Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, the man police say killed 2 workers on a Longboat Key resort appears before a judge for the first time.
Police arrested Daryl Hanna Jr. Wednesday, charging him with armed robbery and 2 counts of second-degree murder. ABC 7's Adam Cellini is joining us live from where these crimes took place, the Zoda Resort, to explain Hanna's connection to this hotel. Adam.
Yeah, Scott and Haley, was an early tip that led this investigation towards Hanna, who was working as a part-time security guard here at the Zoda Resort. He resigned from his job with that employer, Victory Security, the same day police say he turned a gun on 2 employees here, shooting and killing them. Now, Hanna had his first hearing in Manatee County earlier this afternoon, where he was not granted bond for the charges of armed robbery and 2 counts of second-degree murder. Now, watching those proceedings was Thomas Swigart, who is the 24-year partner of one of the victims, Kevin Carter. Swigart says Carter was the head of security and didn't particularly like Hanna. Carter would tell his partner that Hanna would be leaving shifts early and had an overall bad attitude. Now, Swigart has never met Hanna, but says he is glad he will remain behind bars.
The judge said no bond, and my heart relaxed. I was so worried that he was going to get out that I was terrified.
Now, we spoke with a friend of Hanna's who says he was trying to help him find another security job here in town. We'll tell you more about the chilling conversation those two had over text the day of these killings. That's all coming up later tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, live on Longboat Key, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you. Right now, a serious crash in South Sarasota County is tying up some traffic. It's on McIntosh Road. This is in South Sarasota, not in South County, but south of the Sarasota Square Mall. 4 people are seriously hurt after 2 construction-type trucks collided head-on on McIntosh Road. This happened around 3 o'clock this afternoon. One was a van, the other a pickup truck. One of the 4 people injured had to be flown to an area hospital. At the scene, a water pipe burst and was gushing water into the air. Firefighters believe a driver who was trying to get around the crash hit that pipe. The accident is still under investigation. Tonight, Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies have a specific description and surveillance photos of the man accused of robbing a drugstore. Deputies say the Walgreens on Bee Ridge Road was robbed around 11:30 last night. They say the robber walked in and demanded narcotics. These are photos of the suspect, who deputies say had a very skinny build. They also say he threatened he had a gun. Anyone with information on the crime is asked to call Sarasota County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers.
Thousands of children and teens on the Suncoast are probably settling into their homework this evening. Today was the first day of school in Manatee County. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick talked to some parents and teachers about what it was like to go back to class.
It was an enthusiastic start to the new school year. It's a tradition. On the first day of school at 6 a.m., Manatee County administrators wave the bus drivers off, and today was no different.
They are the first employees that start our school year, and our students are the first ones they see, and we feel that we need to show them how much we appreciate what they do each and every day.
Just a few hours later, students arrived at Braden River High School safe and sound.
Got to the bus on time. Luckily, I almost missed it. She was about to leave me. But I guess she gave it to me easy because it's first day of school, so.
The high schoolers filed into school with mixed emotions.
I'm excited to see friends, but not excited to wake up at 4:45 in the morning. I think it'll be a great year, new friends, exciting.
And across Route 70 at Terra Elementary, there was even more excitement, as it was finally the day some students were waiting for.
I'm feeling really happy because I've been waiting all summer. I'm most excited about meeting some new friends and also meeting my new teacher.
Parents saying it gets harder and harder each year to drop their kids off, taking pictures to document the special day.
I'm very excited. It's going to be a great year.
Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. The Manatee County School District has grown to more than 49,000 students, with 49 public schools and 12 charter schools.
The woman in charge of Manatee County Public Schools says the school board is not ruling out the possibility of raising taxes to pay for expenses. Superintendent Dr. Diana Green says the district is hoping to give raises to teachers, but also keep a healthy reserve fund. But Green says it's hard to do it all.
It's a very difficult balance to increase our reserves as well as enhancing the pay of our teachers, and we need to do both. And that's why our board is in conversation about the possibility of going for a 1 mil or half mil referendum.
Last year, voters approved renewing a half-penny sales tax increase for the school. Despite the fact that increase brings in $33 million a year, Green says it can only be used for capital purchases. Want to welcome Haley back from a trip home to Texas.
Yes, it was great to see all my friends and spend some time in the great state of Texas, but it's also nice to be back here, and I think the weather has been pretty nice being back here in Sarasota, Bob. And for the first day of school for all the kids, they didn't have to brave any storms or anything.
Right. Things are fairly quiet to start the day off. Could be a little different story tomorrow, though. We may see a few coastal showers in the morning. What we're looking at is this upper level low. It's right about here. It's spinning around in a counterclockwise fashion. This upper low is going to head off to basically to the southwest, while the surface reflection is right about here, and that's the one that has the possibility of tropical development at 10%. That's going to head off north toward Georgia. So what it's going to do for us, it's going to leave behind a lot of moisture and showers and storms around. A little drier air still kind of exiting stage left here, and then we will see the moisture move in beginning late tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. So our rain chances will be at about 40% for some coastal showers in the morning. And then it looks like the main focus will be almost anywhere in the afternoon, but they'll be scattered. Nothing too widespread at this point. We have a shower here that's moving rather rapidly from the northeast down to the southwest. And then this one just popped up along I-75 south of Osprey, just north of Nokomis. It continues to push off toward the southwest, basically. You can see that. So Nokomis, get ready for some rain. Venice, it looks like it's going to hit you. Nothing severe at this point. This one, too, has made its way through Parrish earlier and now heading off toward the southwest. Could eventually end up in the Sarasota downtown. Currently not happening there in downtown now. Some sunshine, some high clouds. It's 91, the dew point 73, and the relative humidity at 55%. But the dew point temperature really tells the story there. It's very high and makes the heat index up near 99 degrees. And what happened with Franklin is it ran into land, obviously, but it made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. Top winds at 85 miles an hour. It was just after midnight and right around 1 o'clock in the morning, and now it is bringing some heavy rain and dangerous conditions there. We're also watching this area for tropical development east of Puerto Rico. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A very sensitive operation is underway in Longboat Key to preserve a piece of history. Crews are very carefully moving 2 historic cottages. They were built in the 1930s. The Longboat Key Historical Society is moving them from the Center for the Arts property to a lot on Broadway Street. Eventually, the cottage will be used as a multi-use building where people can hold meetings. The other one is a linen closet, which will be reopened as a museum. But first, both of these buildings need to be renovated.
We can start to do the rehabilitation to the 1930 structures, as you can imagine. New plumbing, new electric, new roofs, so that it's a nice preserved historic cottage forever and ever.
The Longboat Key Historical Society has set a fundraising goal of $100,000 for these renovation efforts.
The Manatee YMCA isn't just offering fitness programs, it's now offering some deals. The YMCA holding this ribbon cutting today for a new nifty thrift shop on 10th Street East in Palmetto. There are all sorts of items up for sale, including clothes, furniture, books, electronics, and much more. All proceeds will go towards helping families and children in need in Manatee County. Y members, by the way, get a 10% off discount in the store. And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan emceed today's ribbon cutting. And you're invited to join a special day of remembrance for the beloved manatee Snooty. The South Florida Museum in Bradenton will host the Memorial Open House on Sunday, September 10th from noon until 5. It will pay tribute to Snooty's legacy and celebrate his remarkable life, which spanned a record-breaking 69 years. The day-long celebration will include a visual tribute that will be shown in the museum's Bishop Planetarium, and visitors can create projects honoring Snooty. Manatee died back on July 23rd. An investigation found that Snooty drowned when he became stuck in a 30 by 30 inch tunnel used to access plumbing for his tank. Still very much missed in our community.
And always will be.
Yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, North Korea stepping up the threats. Now President Trump is responding to plan to fire 4 missiles near the U.S. island territory of Guam.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, fat shaming at the doctor's office. How comments about a patient's weight can affect their overall health. That's coming up in Health Smart.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now to the escalating tensions between the U.S. and North Korea. The regime getting specific on threats to strike Guam with medium to long-range ballistic missiles. And President Trump doubling down on his fiery rhetoric. ABC's Emily Rao has the latest now from Washington.
A defiant North Korea not backing down in the face of President Trump's overt military threat, and the president reinforcing his promise.
Frankly, the people that were questioning that statement, was it too tough? Maybe it wasn't tough enough.
The commander of North Korea's army making a specific threat of his own to launch missiles at the waters near the U.S. island of Guam in the near future. The U.S. territory home to key military bases and 160,000 Americans.
This missile that they're talking about has been very unreliable, and they've never launched it in salvos and multiple, so it could be a convenient excuse to test the missile program further.
North Korea also calling President Trump's comments a load of nonsense, saying the president is a guy bereft of reason and only absolute force can work on him. The increasingly threatening rhetoric coming as U.S. intelligence analysts now believe scientists in North Korea can produce miniature nuclear warheads that can fit inside those ICBM missiles that Kim Jong-un launched twice last month. And today, President Trump saying it's time to stand up to the rogue nation.
North Korea better get their act together, or they're going to be in trouble like few nations ever have been in trouble in this world.
President Trump insists he has the support of many leaders. Former President Jimmy Carter weighed in on the situation today, saying the harsh rhetoric has probably eliminated any chance of peace talks between the U.S. and North Korea. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
In Washington, Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan's bill to ban horse slaughter is building some momentum. The bill, called the SAFE Act, would ban the killing of horses for human consumption in the U.S. and prohibit the export of live horses to Mexican and Canadian slaughterhouses. Buchanan received the U.S. Humane Society's Legislator of the Year award for his efforts against animal cruelty. The bill has been introduced to the Senate.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, it was just great weather today for all the kids to go back to school. You know, when it rains on that first day,
I know,
just adds to the hassle.
Insult to injury.
That's not good. I noticed things are taking a little longer, too, to go where you want to go at that hour. So make sure you slow it down a little bit. I talked to one of the guards there at King Middle School, and he's back in business. They're ready to go and help the kids out. You know, it's a pretty good thing that they do there all across the county in Manatee County. We are looking at some nice weather for today, and the pickup wasn't too bad either. There were a few showers around, but not a lot of activity and no widespread rainfall event. And they're moving pretty quickly too, so that's a good sign that they'll get out of the area fairly quickly. But you can see from the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some clouds every once in a while building up and then moving away fairly quickly. As I mentioned, they are moving to the southwest at around 15 miles an hour. Interesting that the system just to the east of the state, you know, is a low pressure. It just kind of popped up. It kind of reminds you of Emily, doesn't it? But it doesn't have that chance of developing into an Emily at this point. As I mentioned earlier, the surface low is going to track off to the north, while the upper low will move to the southwest. But with that rotation, the counterclockwise swirl, this moisture is all going to kind of work in our direction, so it will be in place over the upcoming days. And that means our rain chances will stay anywhere from 40 to 50%, I think, over the upcoming days. You can see Wauchula getting some rainfall right now, some lightning associated with it. But you'll notice the movement is pretty quick off to the southwest now. This lone shower has just built up near Lakewood Ranch, and this one near State Road 64, I-75, stretching out toward Waterleaf, and just a bolt from the blue, or not a bolt from the blue, but just a positive strike right there, just in the last second. And as far as the movement goes, it's moving to the southwest. North Sarasota, right around 540 or so. You'll see some rainfall there. And then Venice, some rainfall nearby. Elsewhere, some showers and storms continue to kind of rotate around that area of low pressure along the east coast, all the way out into the northern Bahamas. Currently, we have some sunshine, some high clouds near the coast. It's 91 degrees, and the dew point temperature is up there. Winds are out of the west at 13 miles an hour. Temperatures around the state, 88 in Jacksonville. Same in Miami, 2 degrees cooler in Key West right now, and 91 degrees at Sarasota. The forecast tomorrow calling for partly cloudy skies, and there will be a chance for showers along the coast in the morning. Again, that will be a possibility right near the coast as we start to see a little bit more westerly wind. But the wind's going to be really light tomorrow, it looks like, and that means the storms won't have much motion to them, and there's a chance we could see some heavier rain. Well, in the tropics, we were talking about Franklin, the 6th named storm of the season, the first hurricane to make landfall, too. And there it is, moving off to the west and now just bringing some heavy rainfall throughout that region, where flooding is still a problem and concern. This area we've been monitoring over 7 days. It worked its way off the coast of Africa about a week ago. At one point, it had an 80% chance of developing. That has dropped now down to 40. It was 50 just yesterday. And you can see some deep convection there near the surface low, just off the east coast of Florida. We'll show you the motion on this as far as the convection goes. Nothing really significant at this point, just some scattered showers and storms around an area of low pressure. It has a 40% chance developing in the next 5 days. Forecast thinking is off to the northwest, to the north, and then away from the United States. Most of the models agree with that, keeping it off of Florida and the U.S. Well, for us, showers and storms through this evening, scattered about. Here's 11 o'clock, still some around possibly. And then tomorrow morning, some showers possibly into the coast, and then pushing inland in the afternoon and evening. And then they'll be back again later on in the night. So we're kind of changing the pattern a little bit as far as that goes, but there'll still be a pretty good chance for scattered storms through the next several days, right through the weekend. For boaters, winds out of the south turn to the east and then the west, 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet. with a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 91 degrees, and the UV index will be at a 10. Low tide upcoming, 10:09, another one at 9:51 tomorrow morning, sunset at 8:12. Forecast, scattered showers and storms moving through, warm and muggy, and it looks like 78 for your low tomorrow. 40% chance for showers and storms at any time during the day, high of 91. And the extended forecast is calling for anywhere from a 40 to 50% chance through Monday. It peaks up a little bit on Tuesday, and temperatures in the low 90s. Fairly typical for this time of year. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. In health news tonight, there will likely be fewer choices and larger premiums for Obamacare in 2018. A new Kaiser Family Foundation reports that the number of carriers that will participate has dropped to an average of just under 5. In 2015, the average was almost 7 carriers. Researchers say most insurers are uncertain about what possible changes will come with the Trump White House. In 2018, a single adult who earns $30,000 a year is expected to pay about $200 each month for coverage. You've probably heard the term fat shaming when it comes to celebrities, people making fun of someone's weight. But fat shaming by doctors is happening more often than you think. In a comprehensive review of 46 past studies, researchers looked at doctors' biases toward obesity and compared patients' reports of fat shaming from their doctors. They found that fat shaming from a doctor can take a significant negative toll on a patient's physical and mental health. It can also lead to decreased trust in their healthcare provider. Coming up, a motorcyclist goes after a hit-and-run driver. The chase captured right on his helmet cam. Plus, a big bear on the wrong side of the tracks. Wildlife officials work together to try and bring the animal back to the forest.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Anyone can jumpstart your car, but for free installation and $10 off Duracell Ultra car batteries, there's no one like Batteries Plus bulbs.
I'll install it myself.
I'd like you to do it.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
It's Lincoln Summer Sales Event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
I heard about the Dattoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dattoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dattoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you, weeknights at 5.
It does things that seem impossible, feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A break tonight in a case surrounding a video that made international headlines.
Authorities arresting the man they say was caught on camera pushing a woman into the path of a bus. London police released surveillance video this week that shows the 50-year-old man jogging one morning in May. The man suddenly swerves and pushes a woman straight into the oncoming double-decker bus. That bus narrowly missed her. They swerved to avoid her. The man then just kept on jogging, not stopping to help, but some bus passengers rushed to her aid. The man is now in custody under investigation for assault charges.
Yes, I am following a hit-and-run driver that hit two cars. I wanted you to stop over there. You hit two cars, bro.
In California, a motorcyclist jumps into action to help chase down an alleged drunk driver. The motorcyclist was heading home from the gym. This is in the city of Colton when he saw a car driving erratically. He turned on his helmet cam. The video shows a black Mercedes sideswiping a car. The driver then slams into the back of a truck before rear-ending another car. The motorcyclist was able to help police track down the 62-year-old driver. He was arrested for suspicion of DUI.
Wow. A big black bear in California apparently wanted a change of scenery. The animal was found wandering the parking lot alongside some train tracks in Pomona. State Fish and Game officials believe the bear wandered over from the Angeles National Forest, which is less than 10 miles away from this area. They tranquilized the bear, loaded it onto a truck, and then took it back to the forest.
A pilot whale is enjoying freedom once again after an extensive rehabilitation at SeaWorld Orlando. The short fin, 725-pound whale, which was nicknamed Gale, was released yesterday off the West Coast. The whale beached herself on July 1st in Dixie County in North Florida. Rescue teams from the University of Florida and Clearwater Marine Aquarium took the whale to SeaWorld. She was successfully rehabilitated and was tagged with a satellite link transmitter, which will allow researchers to follow her movements. That's probably one of the greatest things, other than rehabbing these animals, is then being able to study their habits that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to do if they hadn't been, rescued and rehabbed. So it's pretty cool to see what they're doing out there and how far they go.
The whale was happy, you could tell, too.
Happy to be back, just enjoying life. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a looming legal fight over an education law.
Why 7 school districts are now vowing to sue the state of Florida over the bill. Details coming up.
I'm feeling really happy because I've been waiting all summer.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.